Did I read this right? Mark McGuire's coming back to baseball? And I've got my computer sitting right here. He's coming back to the St. Louis Cardinals as the team's hitting coach. Boy, this is ripe for all kinds of sophomore kind of humor. So he's gonna, I guess, put Andrew in everybody's locker. There's the secret to hitting. Use some steroids, yeah, that'll put a few feet on your long ball. He hasn't talked since all these allegations came out a few years ago. He testified to Congress, refused to answer the questions. He didn't want to talk about the past. Now all of a sudden he wants to coach baseball. This is uncomfortable. I mean, I loved when Mark McGuire was a player. I loved the guy. I thought he was great for baseball. That 1998 home run chase, him and Sammy Sosa, in a lot of ways saved baseball. When you think about, you got the All-American guy, Mark McGuire, big guy who hit home runs and he stayed healthy for the first time. Remember, he always had these issues where he seemed to break down physically because he was so big and strong and he just couldn't play a whole season. And then finally, just able to keep it going. I think he had 4 seasons back to back to back where he averaged over 60 home runs. I went up to see a Cardinals game against the Expos when the Expos were still on the long process of moving to play in Washington and become the Nationals. Went to an exhibition game up there just to see Big Mac. He went 1 for 3, hit a long single to left field. I think it was around 2000 or so. So it's hard for me to be critical of the guy, but Big Mac, you got to answer those questions. What were your situations back in the late 90s, early 2000s? What were you doing? Don't get away with it by talking about it being the past. It's not the man's way out. You want to be part of this game? You got to fess up. Tell us what happened. The thing is, we'll forgive you. I mean, look at A-Rod. What a knucklehead that guy is. He faced down the interrogators. He's A-Rod again. There's nothing wrong, Mark, with telling us what happened. It's America. Eventually we'll forgive you. That's my daily rant for today. I'm Chris Graham.